year ago, I promised you guys that I would make a video on Project Diva MVs, and that video has been completely scripted. Actually, it was completely scripted in the month that I first planned to make it, in good old June of 2024. So today, I am finally delivering to you not that video. This video is about Project Diva MVs, but it's certainly not the same one. That video was meant to be more of an all-rounder, discussing both the glory of Diva MVs and the unfortunate downturn they took. But that one was 12 pages long, and I'm not quite sure I have the time for that right now. You have the easiest job in the world! So, because Project Diva has been decimating my brain since the age of 8, I wanted to make a video highlighting 3 MVs I love so they can get some more appreciation out here. But first, as much as I count it in the Project Diva series, this video will not include Project Mirai. I want to make videos in the future specifically on Project Mirai, and I also know a lot of people will not count it as a Diva game, so when I include it in the video, they'll be like, actually, Project Mirai isn't a Diva game, it's a Mirai game. They just don't get it. But with that out of the way, let's stop dilly-dallying and get to it. Here are some Project Diva MVs that I love and why I love them. Psst, if you'd like more videos like this, please like and let me know in the comments. MV1. First off, we have the MV for Suki Kirai, or Love Hate. Unrelated note, but were any other Project Diva kids who watched GOOOOO 888 religiously very disappointed when they booted up Future Tone only to hear the original version of the song that you, didn't know existed because your brain has been rotted by Giga P and Miku Luka? I remember when Megamix was coming out, people were really upset that the MVs were the same as those in Future Tone, with the only difference, and the actual point of contention, being the tune filter slapped onto all of them that you didn't have the option to remove. I was also one of those people. A chronic complainer, you might say. I really didn't like how the tune filter looked on a lot of MVs. While it worked with some, I preferred the more rendered looking version for most songs, because the tune filter just looked cheap most of the time, and I think in MVs like Teo, with gorgeous lighting effects on the stage itself, the tune filter on the character just looks out of place. It makes it look But for the MVs the tune filter works with, it works super well. I don't think Ohayoro would look nearly as good if it didn't have the tune filter on it, because it actually matches with the background. Same goes for songs like Nekaposi Continues, Deep Sea City Underground, and Yen 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 Yen. And Suki Kirai is, in my opinion, the MV that utilizes the tune filter the best, while the others make me think, hey, it's the tune filter. Anyway, this one makes me conscious of just how well it can work. The Suki Kirai MV has two different kinds of scenes, the ones with the tune filter and the ones without. The scenes without the tune filter make us feel as if we're looking at a more literal, realistic version of the lovers in the song, because we get to see more detail on each of the models. The scenes with the filter, however, are the exact opposite. They aren't as grounded, with super dramatic yet abstracted comic book style backgrounds. With the flattened out look of this tune filter complementing the simplicity, we're dragged even more into this shoujo manga world, which expresses how the characters are perceiving their loved one and the events that happened with them in the song in a more teen drama-y way, which is the perfect mood for these visuals to be creating. The use of moments with the filter and without elevate the scenes themselves and highlight just how well the filter can be used in order to fit the aesthetics and moods of different scenes within an MV. Being able to see the contrast here brings that appreciation to a whole nother level. I've been talking mainly about the filters here, but dude, this MV is so good for so many other reasons too. The visuals and the comic book parts are just so good. I love how they look so much. And I love actually getting to see the stuff described in the song happening in front of me. And it's such a fun way at that. Also, I love that during the instrumental break, they included the little rainbow quartz part that isn't actually in the cut of the song in Diva. That's cute! This MV is a great compliment to its song, and I can say with confidence that it wouldn't have shaped my childhood this much if it was different. I mean, this is the reason I started shipping Miku Luka, even though they don't sing the original. Sorry, I'm brushing you off, Rin and Len, but this is just too peak. MV2. Next up, we have Mellow Yellow, an MV that's one of my all-time favorites, even though it's just an edit. Well, I say that while a lot of my other favorite MVs are also edits, but in the context of what Project Diva officially puts out, an edit being super high up on anyone's rankings is super impressive, especially when you consider that the official Diva edits are... Edits aren't the craziest MVs in the world, mainly because of the confines they're placed under. Choppy motions, robotic camera angles. Edits can only reach a certain level of quality when it comes to what you're plainly seeing. But when it comes to the content itself, the characters, the story, edits can end up being just as amazing as official MVs or even better. And Mellow Yellow is such a good example of this. Now, I'm aware that I'm more than biased here because this is a great song with an MV about Mako being an idol. That's plenty of reason for this to just be my brain rot screaming at me that this MV is bae! But oh my god, seriously, I just love the story so much. In this MV, Meiko is a woman who used to be an idol when she was young. She ruminates on when her life was based around this, unable to get it out of her head no matter what she does, with this being communicated through shots of her which cut to her younger self in a happier state, singing and dancing, then back to her boring life, dropping a microphone at her side to show how she's done with it all, and running away when she comes face to face with that past self. Instead of it just being a cutaway where she doesn't have to confront it all, she's forced to see everything within herself that she lost, and she can't handle it. But even after her attempt to escape it, the thoughts still follow her, because no matter how hard she tries, she can't let go of the dream that she lost. Realizing that even if being an idol made her extremely miserable because she lost it, continuing to pursue it would lead her to enjoy living again. Where she was once afraid of the past, she ends up finding herself encouraged by it, running into that dream where she finds herself on a stage again, singing and dancing with so much joy that she hadn't shown throughout the entire song. Her past self smiles and disappears, finally at peace, with the last shot being of tears running down Meiko's cheeks, a smile adorning them as well. Absolute cinema! My biggest weakness in this world is an idol story, and if you give me an idol story about passion being too strong to keep someone away from their dreams, about overcoming the loss of one's dream to finally be happy again, about an underdog, Meiko was always my favorite Vocaloid as a kid, and it always made me sad how little content she had compared to the others. She really is the underappreciated queen of the Kryptonloids, so this MV was an absolute perfect fit for her. It also works great because Sakine Meiko is the best pick for a younger looking version of any of the characters in this game. She literally is a younger Meiko. I love how she was used here. I love that it's Meiko. I love the story. I love everything about it. Also, yellow is my favorite color. For as out of place as these edit MVs feel in Future Tone, I'm really glad that we got them, because without them we would have never gotten Mellow Yellow, even if that came at a price. MV3. Ending off this video, I want to talk about an MV that really has no subversive visuals or a powerful story, but this one has something else that is just as special. Pure, unadulterated Hatsune Miku and Friends energy. Decorator. Not only is Decorator a top 10 song when it comes to Diva, this is the song that does the best job at giving you straight up Kryptonloid cocaine. Hey, it's Hatsune Miku! Oh my god, it's Rin and Len! Luca must be Is that Kaito? No, that's just wrong. Let me fix that. Oh my god, it's Rin and Luca! Yes! Vocaloid has been with me my entire life. The characters have been the actors on the stages of so many stories that would become ingrained in my mind forever. I wouldn't be the same person I am today without it and all of the joys it gave me. So seeing them all here, joining together to one of the best songs I'm ever going to hear, it brings a tear to my eye. The way each of them arrives on the stage leaves an impression on you. Miku comes in on the train. She comes in dramatically and with a super cute pose right in the center of our sights. The lighting gets brighter once she's here, signaling that she isn't just a vocal synth. She's Hatsune Miku. The Hatsune Miku. This shot also does something similar. She's jumping in the air in action, communicating energy and life, and she is in the upper middle of the screen with a colorful circle popping out of her. It accentuates her motion and the feelings behind it and guides our eyes, saying, "Look, here, it's the queen of music and it's her time to shine." But she's not the queen in an oppressive, dramatic way, instead in a fun way, a way that will bring color to your life. At first, our space is bright but small. Then once we travel further onto the stage to a larger area, we meet Rin and Len, which to me resembles how when you first learn about Vocaloid and find out about the two after Miku, the bright, beautiful world you fell in love with grows larger. And just like Rin and Len in this shot, you couldn't be more excited about it. The lack of the same lights and colors we saw with Miku show them for who they are, not the stars people think about at first, but charismatic ones full of personality. That's what's really shining here. Next up is Luca, not Kaito. Okay, no, sorry. Next up is Kaito, who shows up here to join the party and is full of Big Brother energy. He also does this, which is like, okay. Then there's Mei Luca, who show up super dramatically, and I love it. That oppressive energy I mentioned Miku not having before, it's here now, and it's fitting given that the two bombshell babes of the Kryptonloids are Meiko and Luca. They look great together here. For the rest of the MV, we get to see them performing together, and we also get this shot, which, oh, it makes my heart so happy. That's my childhood. No, not even my childhood, that's my life right there. That's my life. And this MV's really good because of other things too. I'm gonna try not to go on for too long about this since I already have, but I'm just gonna give some brief points. Outside of the Kryptonloid energy, here are some other things that make this MV really good. Firstly, there's the stage itself. It is so cool. It's gigantic, making for a grand feel that I think fits the idea of the Kryptonoids just so much as existing so well. Second, this MV showcases why camera angles are so important when it comes to stage MVs. Granted, this one isn't as plain as your average stage MV since, again, this stage is so dynamic, but even during the segments where they're on a more boring part of the set, like the part where everyone's all together, the camera is placed in the perfect positions and moves in the perfect ways in order to make each shot feel less like a new angle and more like a new feeling. And third, the choreography is amazing. Some of the cool compositions here wouldn't be possible at all without the choreography, and you can really tell. Take this shot, for instance. Rin and Len mirroring each other's dance moves, which is a cute touch because they're mirrored versions of each other, helps frame Miku in the center of the shot. The same goes for this scene here and the dance of the final chorus and instrumental. Being able to frame and animate 6 characters dancing this well is a huge achievement. Sega truly created something wonderful with the Decorator MV, even if it's just a basic stage MV. I love it so much. And well, that's the video! Did I get it under 9 minutes? I severely doubt it. This game and its MVs changed my life, so I hope you guys got a bit more appreciation for them after this. Please go watch some for yourself if you haven't. Also, let me know if you'd like another video like this. I honestly wouldn't be too upset if you guys showed you really wanted some more of this. Just a thought. If you have any specific ones you want me to talk about, you can leave it in the comments. Well, thanks for watching, and like always, make sure to keep living because that's the only way it can get better. Have a good day. Bye!